Up at 11, a warning from firefighters about a dangerous social media trend that landed a St. Pete teenager in the hospital. It's called the jam jar pulse jet. Serious burns can result from this. Silly name. Fox 13's Danielle Zolkowski is in our newsroom now. Danielle, so firefighters say they really need parents to step up and make sure this doesn't happen to their kids.
Yes, absolutely. The St. Pete Fire Department says parents should talk to their children about this trend and anything that involves fire to try and make sure no other child gets burned. Being cool on TikTok could come with dangerous consequences.
We had a young teenage boy set himself on fire trying to do one of these challenges, and he will be faced with life-altering injuries now.
Wow.
That he'll deal with for the rest of his life.
Just this week, a 14-year-old boy in St. Pete landed in the hospital with burns to his legs after trying the jam jar pulse jet trend,
which produces a fire hazard, an explosion hazard, an uncontrolled event that can set a house on fire or even set a person on fire.
The trend involves pouring rubbing alcohol in a jar, putting a lid with a hole on top, and lighting the alcohol on fire. The problem? The jars can explode, throwing fiery rubbing alcohol on anyone standing nearby.
That can cause significant harm, permanent damage, or vision.
Kids are stupid. Some kids are stupid. We got to be honest about it. Come on now. Now, have I done these crazy things before? Like, I've definitely, I can't even say anything because I was stupid. I was a stupid kid too. But I've definitely done the axe with the lighter. I've definitely sprayed some axe on a desk and lit it on fire. I've done stupid, but I will admit I was doing stupid things because anything could have happened that could have ruined my life. But let's keep going.
Permanently scar you. Heaven forbid it causes a laceration or something that causes life-threatening bleeding. But the fire risk is real.
Womack with the St. Pete Fire Department says the post is not worth the pain and says parents should stay involved with their teens, talk to them about what they're seeing online and the safety risks of lighting alcohol on fire.
Just engage with kids and then also find opportunities to highlight the risk with kids, right? The risk of getting burned, the risk of setting the house on fire, so that they understand there's real consequence with these things.
Womack says it takes real courage to stand up to peer pressure and avoid these trends, and parents should remind their kids of that. As far as the 14-year-old injured earlier this week, his parents heard the noise and they were able to put the fire out. The child received non-life-threatening burns to his legs. Chris?
Wishing him a speedy recovery, and hopefully this stunt is a cautionary tale for anyone else thinking about trying that at home. Thank you, Danielle.
Absolutely crazy. Now, I was looking at just some other deadly TikTok trends. So let's go over to this article. This was back in June 26th. Let's see, a new TikTok trend called the dusting challenge is racking up millions of views and putting teens at serious risk. It might look like another internet challenge, but experts warn it's far more dangerous. Dusting involves inhaling gases. So they're hitting whippets, basically. Inhaling gases from aerosol cans, especially computers and keyboard cleaners. These cans often contain chemicals like, I'm not even going to try to say it, which can trigger quick psychoactivity high. Absolutely crazy. Younger teens are falling victim to extremely dangerous dusting challenge, saying that they experience a suffocation, seizures, heart failure, and brain damage. The numbers aren't exactly new. Back in 2020, the National Survey of Drug Use and Health reported that 2.4 million kids ages 12 and up were inhaling these, using inhalants. The rise in dusting on social media platforms like TikTok is exposing an even younger audience to the behavior. Absolutely crazy. You got food trends. What's this? What is this talking about? They're talking about cooking NyQuil with chicken. What is wrong with kids? Not to channel my elderly millennials, but it seems like it was just yesterday when Twitter birds chirped into our lives and Facebook. Blah, 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 blah. Food challenges turn deadly. Typical, there are certain sections of TikTok that can be lethal. Food challenges. Usually the dangerous food trends are related to TikTok challenges like the one chip challenge or the Benadryl challenge. For those not familiar, the one chip challenge, we know the one chip challenge. If you don't know, it's that super hot chip. Um, let's see. What's that Benadryl challenge? What is the Benadryl challenge? I didn't even go into more of the Benadryl challenge. I think that's where they take as many Benadryls as they can and they try to stay up. I don't understand what's wrong with kids nowadays. But like I said, I did some stupid things, but nothing to where I truly thought that my life could end. But they might think the same way. But we got to teach our kids better. We have to teach our kids better. Trend has been forcing paper clips, push pins into Chromebook. What is wrong with people? Absolute crazy, y'all. Let me know your thoughts on that whole situation. At the end of the day, we just got to teach our kids better. We got to train, got to tell them to not follow trends because it can be deadly. Think about what can be the lasting effects of it. And just think smarter at the end of the day. Absolutely. All right, everybody, remember this is